And now a human rights group is calling for an end to the death penalty for women in Nigeria. The organization Hope Behind Bars Africa made this call during an event marking the World Day Against the Death Penalty. The group's executive director describes capital punishment as the most irreversible human rights violation. She highlighted new research into the experiences of women on death row. The study found that women in the justice system often face discrimination rooted in gender and poverty. Many were primary caregivers, and their incarceration caused severe disruption for their families. The research also showed that the majority of the women did not understand the laws they were being charged under and felt their trials were unfair. The executive secretary of the National Human Rights Commission agreed, stating that the death penalty has failed to deliver justice or deter crime. He urged the government to focus on a justice system that rehabilitates rather than destroy lives. Now, Rise News analyst Dayo Sobowale joins us now for a chat about the call by justice sector stakeholders for the abolition of death penalty in the penal code and the need to reform the justice system. I want to say thank you very much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure of me as usual.
So I would like to start on this particular note. Capital punishment.
Okay.
There is an advocacy for scrapping of capital punishment for women, but shouldn't it be about for
both
men and women?
Yes.
Why women? Is it different for? Yeah. Should it be different for women, or the outcomes different for women than men?
It should be for both, and I will treat it as for both. You see, and I don't buy the idea anyway, because you don't make an ass of the law. If the law says there is death penalty, let the law be applied to deter, and let the law be complied with. If governors don't ratify death sentences, it is negligence on the part of those governors. If you do not want the law to penalize somebody with death, let the National Assembly pass that law to that effect. You cannot say because some people in some liberal landscape, where the value human rights more than public safety and security. You can't say because such things are going on there, you should imbibe it here. You see, the law emanates from the customs and tradition of each society. That is why, you see, they say culture matters, but no culture is superior to the other. Get me? So if this is our law, let us apply it to deter. And I will go further too. In spite of the death penalty and the prospect of deterrence of death penalty, people are still being killed. Remember the case of that we discussed last week about reprieve for a lady who killed the husband just about 3 years ago, and is being given reprieve now. And they said some father-in-law who never related with the husband throughout his lifetime is pleading for leniency. Let the law apply, and let the law deter, and let the law, the application and implementation of the law make society safer for all of us, so that we don't care more for people who violate it than those who respect the law. Let's leave it at that for now.
So as of now, or as of late 2024, I think around 26 African countries have abolished the death penalty. From a people perspective, how do people in Nigeria actually see the death penalty? Is it something that's more widely accepted, or something that people think should be done away with?
Well, the prospect of somebody getting killed over an offense, you get me, it's enough to make people have second thoughts about committing crimes. And I will repeat again, still want that to be in place. And I will still tell you, we cannot, you see, it is the emergence of democracy and human rights that paved way for this commuter of sentences, or for correctional system. You know, you don't call it prison service anymore, it's correctional. It's correctional. And that the idea is that the culprit will be in an environment that may make him or her, you get me, have second thoughts on the crime. But you see, you have to deter force. I keep on saying that. In traditional African society, or even some religious countries, I mean, even for corruption, they shoot people. For corruption, and even in some Islamic countries, they still stone people, they still behead people, and it's to deter. I am an advocate for human rights, but you see, I'm also a man who likes to say that your freedom ends where my nose begins. There's no absolute freedom. Get me? Yes. And you should not look after those who have violated the law deliberately and who have been found to have done so by the law courts. We don't look after such people at the expense of public safety or at the expense of the larger society, which is compliant.
I want to say many thanks to you, sir, for your take on that today.